Hello and welcome everybody, Lionheart here with another Hear Me Roar. I'm back after a week off of exams, and unfortunately I have to tell you the same thing is happening next week. I really should have said in the Hear Me Roar last week that it was for 2 weeks, but you know what, I had one exam last week and I've got another exam this week, so I'm kind of in the middle of changing revision plans. I've got all my notes, printed off and redoing, annotating and reading through that. That's how I revise. That's how it's working for me so far. So just the beard. Beard. But yes, basically I wanted to make this Hear Me Roar for a number of reasons, but a lot of you will have probably seen the title, which says a free copy of Rome 2 or something along those lines. Yes, I will get to the free copy of Rome 2 very shortly. But just to tell you that tomorrow you can expect a 1-hour special of the Empire Total War Great Britain Let's Play, as well as Lorien and Harad parts. After that I'll be heading back to university because I've actually got a scheduled revision session with my tutor, and then I've got my exam on Thursday, and after Thursday I am done, and then essentially it is party central time. I might take this beard hat with me, and if there's some partying going on, I might record a few random clips of me dancing with the beard hat. So that may go up at some point. Anyway, but yeah, then I basically got my what we call kind of a summer ball. Kind of, some of you it might be like a summer prom sort of thing. So my girlfriend's coming up to my university, and we're going out for an awesome evening. And that's this next weekend. So that'll kind of keep me busy, but from the 20th of May I'll be back to doing regular sort of scheduled videos, and then I will announce what I'm going to do with the Rome Total War Briton Let's Play, because I'm still mulling that over, but I have a few ideas of options that I'd like to put towards you guys, so you guys can let me know what you think. Anyway, the main reason for this is obviously you've seen the free copy of Rome 2 in the the title bit, and you're going, Rome 2, it's awesome! If you didn't see the trailer, there's a link in the description. Oh my god, Rome 2! Ah! Yes, anyway, it's coming out on September 3rd. That was weird. I just realised it is quite early in the morning, so, my voice is a bit weird, but I just went, kind of Mr. Bean, like, hello, Rome 2! Yes, anyway, let's come back to normal. Let's bring it down. Rome 2 is out on September 3rd. I have pre-ordered the collector's edition, which is incredibly expensive, but I couldn't resist. And thankfully the money doesn't come out until it gets dispatched or gets processed. So I basically have like a month and a half to save up the money so I can actually get it. But I'll work it out. I'll be getting Rome, the collector's edition, and I will do like an unboxing. And for those of you that ask, of course I'll be doing Let's Plays on Rome 2. I don't know which ones I'll be doing yet, but I plan on doing at least 2 or 3 Let's Plays of Rome 2 simultaneously when it gets released. So there'll be a faction basically for everyone. But anyway, how can you win a free copy of Rome 2? You can't afford one right now. That's fair enough, but you really wish you could pre-order. You want to get that Greek state culture pack that's with it or whatever. Here's how. As you may have noticed, YouTube is currently in the process of switching everyone over to a new channel design. Now, it's not everyone's cup of tea. I've got to admit, I absolutely love the old channel design. But when it first came out, I absolutely hated it. I loved the previous one. It's been the same. Everyone kind of goes through this, I think. You love the old one so much because it's what you've been using for the last year, 2 years or whatever. They bring out a new one, you hate it at first, but you work out the features, you get to know how to use it, and suddenly, actually, this is good. One channel, though, is going quite drastic and removing a lot of the customization that YouTube channels have come to know and love. The extensive channel backgrounds, the banners aren't even as extensive anymore. However, we may see YouTube in a year or two's time reopen some of that customization. We don't know. But for now, I've got to embrace it. I've got to move with the times. Can't be stuck, left behind. So, there is a competition, and obviously now it's all fitting together. The prize is, of course, a copy of Rome 2. Now, I'll be talking about, if you don't live in the UK, how I'll be dealing with that prize of Rome 2. But I'll come to that at the end of the video. But here is how you enter. Obviously, switching to the new channel design requires a new banner. Now, the banner kind of basically needs to sort of promote and go, boom, this is who I am, this is what I'm about, this is why I'm awesome, this is why you should watch my videos. There'll be an intro video which I'll be making to go along with when I switch over to the new channel design, which will be kind of around a minute and a half long, basically explaining what my channel's about, showing a few clips, and probably some silly montages. And I'm still working on how exactly I'm going to do that, but I'm going to leave that until after I finish my exams, because right now that's kind of what I'm mainly focusing on. But the channel banner is something that, you know, we can do right now. Now, the competition is going to run until the 26th of May, so you've got 2 weeks to submit your entries. Links will be in the description for all the stuff I'm about to talk about, and how, obviously, to submit them as well. So in the description, you will find a link, first of all, to a site called onlineincomeriver.com/one-channel. Now, if you click on that, that will take you to the new YouTube one-channel Photoshop. It's a link to the template for the one-channel banner design. Now, I'm briefly going to switch my camera around. It might be a bit shaky. Ooh. And you should be able to see it. There you go. You can see it on the screen. That's my Photoshop loaded up there. So I'm going to try and point as well. So you see this area here is what's called the logo safe zone, which is the area that will show up on all devices. However, you've got bits out the side here, and therefore, you know, different resolutions, higher resolutions on PCs and tablets that are slightly wider. So when you do make your logo and you do make the background your design, you do need to bear in mind that this is where your major piece of artwork or focus needs to go, but you can't forget these areas, because otherwise they will just be left white or something like that. So even if you just want to fade to black on those areas or something, or some sort of weird swirl or shizzle on the side, that's totally fine, but don't forget those areas. So the overall banner will be something like sort of that long. But there's a link to this where you can download this template if you have Photoshop on that website, the onlineincomeriver.com/one-channel. There's a link in that description. Also on that website, if you scroll down, there's a video showing you how to understand all those different sizes and which part of the banner to use. So if you're a bit unsure because I haven't explained it anywhere nearly as well as I should, there's the link, there's the video for you. It has a link on that website where you can download a template for the one-channel banner design. That's with Photoshop. If you don't have Photoshop, I'm sure there's other ways of other programs you can do it. Google is your friend here. But you know, I am looking for something professional. I'm looking for something awesome to give you kind of some ideas of what other people have used. Those of you that are familiar with Surreal Beliefs will probably recognise his banner. It has Surreal Beliefs in the centre. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but you know, go check out Surreal Beliefs' channel and you can see it there. So he has Surreal Beliefs in the middle with a sword through it. The rest of it is kind of faded to black. That way he eliminates issues of it not you know, not resizing properly. Diplex has gone with some awesome kind of Napoleonic artwork, or Civil War artwork, I believe. Now another thing you should notice, you can see his avatar over here. That fits nicely in with the design, as does Surreal's. Now, this competition is purely for a banner. However, if you would like to do me a new avatar as well, that is awesome, and that is really appreciated. That does not mean that if someone with an avatar, someone that produces a banner and an avatar, has a leg up over someone with a banner. If I'm looking for the banner, if the avatar is good, but I don't feel your banner is as good as somebody else's, I may well contact you after the competition anyway and say, hey, let's talk about, you know, producing an avatar, because perhaps I liked your design. So by all means send it in, because you know, it will be considered, it will be useful. But those of you that don't want to make an avatar as well, don't worry. I'm actually quite happy with the current avatar I have, which should probably be featured on this video around about up here somewhere. Which is obviously my golden lion head, and I quite like that because it's the same lion that's featured on my intro. But if you do me a new avatar, I can talk to my intro dude, we can work out a new intro, you know, to fit in the new icon or whatever. We can make it work. I would be interested, honestly, to see some new avatar designs as well, but by all means, don't feel like you have to. If for some reason some of you feel like you need the vector of my current avatar, like the outline or whatever, the lion head itself, then you can message me via the email that's in the description, which is also how you submit your entries, which I'll explain in a moment. But you can email me through that email if you want the vector, and I will email you a copy of it, basically. So, I think I've covered everything. It's open till the 26th of May. How do I submit my entries? I do not take PMs, I do not take comments for entries or something like that, or whatever. The only way your entry will be considered, counted, what have you, link in the description, there will say competition entry email. Underneath that, there will be the following: contact@lionheart. It would help if I said it right. It will say contact@lionheartx10.co.uk. That's contact@lionheartx10.co.uk. I feel like one of those TV adverts. Have you been injured at work? No. So yes, there's a link to the email there. So obviously from that, some of you are going to go, lionheartx10.co.uk, a website, I hear. Keep your eyes peeled. There'll be more information on that in the coming weeks. It's an exciting project. But yeah, so email link is in the description. That's where you send your entries. Now you're going to ask me, how many entries can I submit? You can submit as many entries as you like, but I will only choose one to represent you, as it were. So let's give the example of Bob. Bob wants to submit 5 different channel banner entries, designs. I look at Bob's 5 entries, and from that I choose one to represent Bob's final entry. So you can submit as many as you want, but that doesn't mean that you'll have more entries, more chances to win. Everybody gets one final entry, but you could submit as many different banners as you want. You can even tell me which one's your favourite that you've submitted, and I will then, from the pool of entries that you personally send in, choose one to represent kind of your design, your entries. So everyone will only get one final entry, but you can submit as many different designs as you like for me to consider. So I guess that way, you know, you get to play around with different effects. You get to work out what I like, what I don't like. You can submit a design from now until the 26th, or rather, I'll probably say, yeah, from now until the 26th. And if you want me to give you some feedback on what I like about your banner and what I don't like, I'll be more than happy to do that. So you kind of can get a chance to revise your banner, but I will be doing this for everyone. So that doesn't mean just because I'm giving you kind of advice or tips to tweak that I've chosen yours. The winner will be announced on the 26th of May in a Hear Me Roar vlog. I'll do a showcase of everyone's designs. So obviously by you sending in your designs, that means also you're happy for me to, you know, display it in a video. You should be happy enough for me to display it on my channel page and things like that. But that is essentially it. Now let's talk briefly about the prize again. It's a copy of Rome 2 Total War, or Total War Rome 2. Out on September 3rd. Now you can currently pre-order it from a number of places. The easiest and most convenient way would be just be gifting it to you on Steam, but Steam is around about £15 or $20 or, I don't know, €17 more expensive than you can pre-order it online through like Amazon or something like that. I've pre-ordered the collector's edition myself, and here in the UK you can get that from game.co.uk. Now the prize is not a collector's copy because that is way too expensive. I can barely afford that myself. It is the regular Rome 2, but with that you also get the Greek States Culture Pack DLC. So, how are we going to work this? If you're in the UK, I can just pre-order you a copy from Game or Amazon of the regular version, not the collector's. If you live outside the UK, I can either look to order or pre-order from websites that are outside the UK for you that you suggest or you would want to use. If that's not going to work, because I would just, you know, pre-order a copy from the UK version of Amazon or something like that, but then I'd have to ship it to you, which I'm not too worried about the shipping cost potentially, but it's more the fact that you won't then get it probably for a week or so after the release. And ideally, you probably want it on release day or, you know, the day after. So, if that's the case, instead what I will do is I will gift you the money on PayPal for equivalent to the cost of a UK copy. The UK copy, I'm just having a look at some websites here. On Game, it's £29.99, and on Amazon, it's £29.99 again. So they're both the same. So I will gift you the equivalent in your currency of that. So in dollars, that's probably, oh, actually, you know what? I'll have a look. It'll be 30. it'll be £30 worth. I won't do the stupid $29.99. So in dollars, that would be $46. Apparently, by today's exchange rate, I can probably do euros and stuff like that. But I'm sure you can work it out anyway. So if you don't live in the UK and I can't easily gift it to you that way, if that's where the winner comes from, any other part of the world, I will work out a way to get you Rome 2. I will do my best to get it to you. Okay. So that's all I think I need to say. There's links in the description to that website where you can download the template for the one channel banner design. As I said, if you want to make me an avatar at the same time, by all means, you can send me in as many different designs as you want, but only one will represent you in the end. So yeah. So all I can say is get photoshopping, get crafty, get going. Good luck, and you never know. You could be the winner of Rome 2. I've already said about videos coming up this week. Empire 1 hour special tomorrow, Lorien and Harad tomorrow as well, and then I'm back to doing more exams, partying a little bit, but then we will resume regular scheduling from the 20th of May, so I'll see you all again then. But yes, feel free to send me in your designs as soon as possible. Link in the description. Contact at lionheartx10.co.uk is the email address to send your designs to. See you all again soon. Hope you enjoyed. Oh, and the background hasn't been like LSD today because I worked out how to shut off the stabilize feature on the app. It's all good. Anyway, see ya. Comment, rate, and subscribe.